What's up, everybody? Tusa Eggers here. So we just got our first snow a couple days ago, and for the next at least 2 weeks, scheduled to have snow every single day. So figured I'd share a little trick I figured out recently about, real quick, say hi to Reba. Trick I figured out over the past couple of years with these tarp sheds. We just picked up a second tarp shed. We've got the first one out for the horses and cows, and they actually love it. They're in there all the time. But I had two about 6 years ago, and the covers only made it 1 year before they started getting all the rips and tears and spot holes. So I went over it and put little pieces of duct tape everywhere and got a second season out of them. We get a lot of snow here. Oh, it's day before Thanksgiving 2024 right now. Anyway, so after 2 years, the covers are donezo, and they're like $300 a set. So I just got this one up, and my dumb ass, I didn't anchor it. I was waiting for my tarp to come in, which is what today's video is about. 2 days later, we got a wind. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning. I heard the wind just howling. I'm like, oh no! I jumped out of bed, looked outside. This whole thing had flipped up, was laying against that fence over there, upside down. You can see, I mean, this tarp has only been on here for 2 weeks, and it's already got tears and wear marks from where it was rocking and rolling upside down. But anyway, today's video is about these tarps. So I take a tarp, a heavy duty. This one I just got off of Amazon. It's like, I don't know, 40 bucks, something like that. I'll put a link down in the description. And I wrap this up and over and then anchor that as well. So now the tarp shed is anchored on the inside. I'll show you that. I do ground anchors, these duckbill anchors where you just hammer them in, and then I ratchet strap it to the frame. That holds the structure just fine. But then for the outside tarp, I use the original anchors that come with these kits. And I put them in 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and then I use 1/2-inch conduit, link them together, and run ropes through around the conduit and through the eyelets of the tarp. So we're getting ready to do that. And today, finally, I got sick and tired of dealing with these anchors by hand. So I'll take you in the barn here and show you what I made, and then we'll get back to business out here. I am going to make something to drill them in with, and I'm thinking I'm just going to use some pipe, a small chunk of pipe, maybe something like that, that will fit over the end, and then use a cap of some sort with a chunk of 1/2-inch round stock that I can chuck up in a drill a hole here for a hitch pin. I'm thinking that might be twice the size I need, so somewhere's around there, because I want to be able to push down on it without it falling off. That's why I'm thinking a chunk of pipe. Kind of forgot I got the Evolution chop saw. Would have been quicker. Take the time to do your cleaning before you cut it off. Wow, did I get lucky. I don't know if the camera caught that. It flipped this oil thing over without dumping the oil. Woo! Apparently I forgot to hit the record button, but we got our hole pretty centered. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to fit the pin. If you've never seen one of these, this is a Wilton Power Arm. go sit this outside so it can cool down the snow, and then we're gonna go try to install this dang tarp. Leave it there for a minute. Yeah. Supposedly we're gonna have about a foot here in 2 days. We'll see. So I'm using the big dog drill. I just got this thing, haven't even really used it yet. This is the DeWalt DCD 1007. It's a hoss. I mean, look how big that friggin' anti-rotation arm is, torque arm or handle. So let's see here. Should be doing this on the ground. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in first so I don't have to deal with the tarp waggling in my face. I don't know. Man, this would be so nice. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. How long did it take to put the last ones in? Like 10 minutes each? That wasn't even 20 seconds. Takes longer to hook it up than it does to drive it. I'm gonna try to keep them all the same height. That's insane. That could be one of the handiest inventions I've ever made. I'm sure they make something like this. Somebody does. That is nuts. Unbelievable. Yep. That's a big rock. Oh, that's why. The bit got tore up on that last rock. Yeah, it bent the shit out of that. It's no wonder it wasn't going in. Okay. That must be a damn boulder. It can stay. That looks good enough to me. There you go. That is amazing. Yeah, if you're not in northern Michigan, you're probably all right. I guess Pennsylvania's pretty bad. There's a few other places. All right, and here's a little tip for you. When you're buying tarps, they're measured by the fabric prior to sewing on the seams or sewing up the seams. So they cut the fabric, then they fold the edges over. So this tarp shed is supposed to be 20 feet long. A 20-foot long tarp is not going to cover it over the edges. So I get a 24-foot long or 22. That'll be long enough because you don't want this tarp, your cover tarp, to be inside of the edge rings, the end rings. You want it overlapped outside. Otherwise, it'll just tear down on that edge part. Coming over. Yep. So I normally hang about a foot off the front. Slide yours down, hon. And just even out the sides. Pull a little more. Good. Now, my pipe here. Okay, then I use these conduit couplers This one for the middle, these ones for the end to keep the pipe from sliding out from my anchors. And then I take the rope and lace it through the eyelets under the conduit. All right, now our anchors and bars are in. Take your cheap rope of choice. I start on one side, work my way to the other, come back, tighten it as I go. I'll put this one right here. I'll do a slip knot here. All right, we'll do the other side. I see the camera. Yeah. No?
Really, Brad? Really? Come on,
Hey.
move out.
Okay, that's close enough to even for me. Okay, and we tighten up one side just till it's like that though. Not actually taut, just so that there's no slack in the line. So now this is where the magic happens. This is where we're actually going to snug the whole thing up. And it doesn't have to be super tight. You don't want to rip your eyelets out. But it'll make the whole thing taut. Then your 1/2 inch conduit actually acts as a little bit of a spring. So it gives just a little bit. So if the winds get too high or whatever, okay, now I'm going to take a chunk and go through the front here. And just do the same thing. All right, so there it is. And I'll tell you what, a $40 to $50 tarp, or even a $80 to $100 tarp that'll last 2-3 years is a whole lot cheaper than the original cover that only lasts 2 years. And that bugger, you can only buy the kit, which is the front and the back ends plus the cover, and it's like $300. So this here, you know, with an extra couple hours of work, is going to save you literally hundreds and hundreds of dollars over the course of a couple of years. Well, like I said, the original tarps, you're lucky to get 2 years, at least up here where we have snow. So I'm sure down south, the UV, that probably destroys them just as quick. Mine get a lot of snow on them, and I go on the inside and I poke the top with a broom to try to offload it, because these things can't quite handle you know, more than like 8 to 10 inches of snow on them before they will literally split right down the seams. Hopefully that helps y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll keep you posted. But have a great holiday weekend, Thanksgiving. Ciao.